I'm Eric Chong, and this is Eric Chong's World. I just watched the latest news on the Wuhan pandemic. Around 6,000 young healthcare workers from cities like Beijing and Shanghai have volunteered themselves to fight the coronavirus at the heart of the epicentre of Wuhan. This really touches my heart, and it moves me to tears. I don't see patriotism, I see courage, but most of all, I see the glory of humanity. The Wuhan coronavirus erupted without any signs or warnings. It just came. This has caused a worldwide panic, of course, as the far-reaching impact of a transmittable virus like this cannot be underestimated. Eerily, the current Wuhan virus and the SARS virus from 18 years ago share a great deal of similarities. If China could totally get SARS under control within 6 months 18 years ago, I'm confident that China will be able to do it again, this time, however, with even greater efficiency and transparency. There are 3 wishes in my heart. 1, I believe this is a great test for China in its quest to rise to world prominence. This virus, which can infect the whole world, is testing the crisis management capability of China, whether it can tackle the situation in the most efficient, most effective, most humane, most responsible manner. I have a lot of confidence in China, and I believe that there's nothing that China cannot do, and nothing can beat China. China, yes, you can. 2, even though it hasn't been confirmed, what actually triggered this eruption of this new virus, it definitely has got to do with something with a special diet habits of certain Chinese population, which involves the consumption of exotic wild animals. I say it's high time Chinese from the mainland, as well as the Chinese diaspora from around the world, make a change, man. The SARS, which took place 18 years ago, brought about a huge social change in China in terms of personal hygiene. It totally eradicated the poor habit of spitting in the public, and that totally changed the way the world perceived China. So after SARS, China faced the world with a new hygiene standard, and its commitment and the speed in which it changed won praises and admiration from the world over. So the once notorious public toilets in China are now way cleaner than a lot of those in developing countries. I'm proud to see this change as a Chinese myself. And yes, it is high time for we Chinese to change our way too adventurous eating habit. It's time for us to stop eating exotic wild animals, which are not meant to be consumed by humans. Just the way Chinese people stopped spitting in the face of SARS. It has been proven time and time again that this is a time bomb. And once there is an outbreak, it doesn't just affect China, it affects the whole world. So it's best for China not to put itself in this kind of sensitive and awkward situation as a nation on the rise to the top. So to choose between gratification of taste buds and health, I think the answer is very clear. I am saying no to exotic wild animals. I hope you will do the same. 3, I hope the Wuhan pandemic will not bring about too severe a global economic impact. As the second largest economy of the world, when China sneezes, the rest of the world can actually feel the cold. To use Malaysia as an example, this year, 2020, is our Visit Malaysia year. We are anticipating 30 million tourists visiting Malaysia, and out of which 10% or 3 million will come from China. In order for us to be able to achieve a target of earning 100 billion ringgit in tourism revenue, I certainly hope that China will still be able to play its part in this development. Last but not least, I urge each and every one of us to give the strongest moral support to the health and medical practitioners who are risking their lives taking care of the overwhelming overflow of patients. We can express our love and gratitude to them on social media like this. Don't ever underestimate the power of love and gratitude. It can make people very strong so that they can continue to strive. I urge those who suspect they are infected to seek treatment immediately, and that their family members quarantine them and take care of them calmly. I urge employers to pay particular attention to the health conditions of their staff and workers and render them with timely assistance. I urge the international community, while monitoring how China is doing in its quest to combating this deadly virus and creating new measures and policies to ensure that this is done in a fair, logical, and scientific manner. All complex political agendas and ploys should not be involved. This is about humanity and not about who wins and who loses. So let's pray for Wuhan, let's pray for China, and let's pray for our world. I'm Eric Chong, and this is Eric Chong's World.